Hey, today Drew finished up Matthew 7, and we finished up looking at the teaching of Jesus in the Sermon on the Mount. And as we explored that, Drew asked us two questions to consider. The first one is what are we staking our claim to when it comes to eternity? That when you arrive at the pearly gates one day, what are you going to say is like getting you in? What admission ticket are you sliding across the counter? That was the first question. The second one is what are you building your life on? And as we looked at the teaching of Jesus in typical Jesus fashion, I think we encounter the beauty and the mystery and the tension of the Christian life. That we see two examples that Jesus is going to give. They're similar, but they have very different outcomes. That in the first example, Jesus is going to talk about someone that says the right things, Lord, Lord, and does the right things, prophesy and casting out demons, but ultimately it's not good enough. And Drew called this like a lip service kind of faith, a little bit of a show and tell faith for other people. And then Jesus gives the example of somebody else who hears and knows the will of the Father and does that. And in that example, Jesus is going to say, hey, this person, it's like they're building their life on the rock. They're building their life on me. And the two examples are similar in the sense of they're hearing or saying and they're doing, but they have very different outcomes. And I wonder, what is the difference? Well, Jesus gives us the difference. He says it's in the knowing, that the foundation is in the knowing, that he's saying, hey, it's not enough to hear and to say and to do. It's enough to know me, that one day I'll look and say, hey, I didn't know you or I did know you. And in the second example, you have to know the Father to know the will of the Father. And in the second example, you get, instead of lip service, you get a heart service, right? In the second example, instead of show and tell, you get a show and love faith. And I think that is the difference. And as you think of your family and the way that you love your spouse and your kids, isn't that how we serve the people we love? That it's an overflow of our love for them? It's not a mandatory, obligatory service. How great would that be to tell your wife, honey, I have to serve you tonight, right? Like I got to do the dishes. I agreed to this at the wedding. Not very romantic. Well, Jesus and God want the same from us. They want our service to come out of love. This week, as you keep thinking about this, take a look at try it number 2. It'll encourage you to think of your year 2024, where we're about the halfway point, and just check in on your faith. Is your faith in 2024 so far a lip service faith or a heart service faith? Hey, have a great week.